What's up, you losers? I'm just kidding. That was very mean. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Comments! Where was I? Ah, that's right. Hey guys, before the video starts, I just want to say a big thank you to 5 years on YouTube, which is kind of insane for me to say because I started this channel back in 2020 and I was 14 years old. Now I'm 19, so I'm getting closer to Unk status. Yay. I appreciate all the support I've had over the years, wherever you started supporting me or found my channel from year 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It doesn't matter. I appreciate all the support no matter what. And I will continue to make videos, hopefully make better videos, even better. What? And big thanks to Tina and Tweet for all of the support they've given to me. Of course, they're very busy and they're not on the channel very often, but even so, I appreciate all the support. And if you guys don't know, I asked them yearly if they still want to be on the channel, and they have been saying yes, which I appreciate, but they're not forced to be on the channel because, well, it's not like it's their job. It's just for fun. But maybe when we start making money, which I don't know when, I can pay them. I hope. But anyways, I hope I can make more videos for you guys to laugh at and talk shit on my videos. But thank you so much for 5 years. Let's get into the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Ty and welcome back to Roblox. We are back with another TDS versus video. Today, I am comparing the military base and mercenary base. These two unit spawning towers are pretty similar, but which one is better? Let's find out. First, the similarities. They are both unit spawning towers. They can't be buffed with supports. They have their own ability. They both have a low placement limit. They both provide single target DPS, splash damage, and ram damage. And lastly, they both have all of the detections with flying to an extent, which I will get into in a bit. But which is better? Let's go over the pros of both towers, starting with the military base. The first pro is that it has a higher placement limit of 5. Mercenary base has a placement limit of 3, which isn't a big difference, but it is always better to have a higher placement limit than less. The second pro is that it has a faster spawn rate. It has a spawn rate of 35 seconds, and although this doesn't change after getting the first upgrade, the military base still spawns units faster than the mercenary base. The third pro is that it's cheaper overall. Pretty self-explanatory, and it also has 5 levels instead of 6. The fourth pro is that the placement of the military base doesn't matter. The reason for this is because the Humvees and tanks spawn out of the tunnel. As for the mercenary base, the units spawn where you place the mercenary base, so you have to be more careful with your placement. And the last pro is that it is acquired much earlier. Does this matter that much? Not really. But it's nice to acquire towers early and be able to have fun using them. So those are all of the pros I see from the military base. Now onto the pros for the mercenary base. The first pro is that it provides a damage buff outside of the war machine, which is exclusive to only devs and admins. The mercenary base is one of 2 towers in the game that provides a damage buff. It gives a 10% buff at level 3 and a 20% buff at level 6. The next pro is that it's versatile, and this might be a little weird because I did mention that both of these towers provide single target DPS, splash damage, and ram damage. But the reason the mercenary base gets the edge is because you can choose to focus on one of those more than the other. And on top of that, the mercenary base has a field medic, which is kind of a MEH, but it's still really unique of a unit that can definitely be effectively used. Moving on to the next pro, both riflemen and grenadiers don't move when they are attacking. This means they are able to provide more DPS and not die a lot earlier. As for the tanks and Humvees, they do slow down when they start attacking, but units not having to move is great. The fourth pro is that the mercenary base has a better flying detection. The military base only gets flying detection from its airstrike ability, which does work, but it's not the most effective way to take out flying enemies. The rifleman is the only unit from the mercenary base that has flying detection, and it does a great job, especially if they are stacked all together. But since they are units, you better hope they don't get killed if you didn't bring another tower that has flying detection. The fifth pro is that you are able to get much more units on the path. This is partially thanks to its ability. With the ability, you can spawn in the current units that you selected for the mercenary base wherever you want on the path. So that's an extra 9 units on top of all of the units spawning out of the tower itself. And the last pro is that the mercenary base is a free tower. It will take a while to grind to level 150, but at that point, you would have unlocked most of the towers in the store already. And who doesn't like free stuff? Anywho, those are all of the pros I see from both the military base and mercenary base. Which is better? In my opinion, it's the mercenary base. The mercenary base overall provides more DPS and damage, and it gives a nice extra 20% damage buff. However, the military base is still a solid tower. The units spawn in more consistently than the mercenary base, which I suppose I should have mentioned. With the Mercenary base, each unit will spawn in at different times. Rifleman spawns in the quickest and Riot Guard spawn in the slowest. But what do you guys think? Did you agree or disagree with what I said? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, give some tower comparisons I should do as well.